So I want to talk to you today about the importance of really going deep in your niche when you're trying to produce your marketing messaging. Consider that we live in a world where, everybody is connected, everybody has smartphones, and there's all this technology, which has allowed companies and businesses to bombard us with like a constant stream of information from all angles. This has resulted in a situation where most of us consumers have developed a very, very keen bullshit filter, right? If something doesn't resonate with us on a very deep level, it's very likely that we'll just ignore it because there's so much information out there. If we don't do that, we go crazy. So when you're trying to reach your target audience, it is crucially important that you resonate with them. So what does that mean, resonating with them? Well, imagine that your target audience, your particular type of people that you're trying to reach, has at any given moment a mental conversation going on. And that mental conversation is filled with the things that are deeply important to that person. It can be things that are bothering them, problems that they have, and it can be desires, things that they really, really want. So it's important that whatever you say, if you want that thing to be noticed, that it aligns with that mental conversation. Now, obviously, two people will have two completely different mental conversations. And this is why it's so important to really, really zoom in on that niche and really identify who it is that you're trying to serve. Because when most businesses, when I talk to them and I ask them, do you have a niche? They'll say, yeah, sure we do. Our niche is, and they'll name, an FTE range or a broader industry. That's not a niche. A niche is a person, really, or a group of people within a company that you're trying to speak to in multiple phases along your buyer journey. But when you're speaking to them, you need to realize that another person is reading your stuff. And that other person has that bullshit filter. So you always need to align with a person's mental conversation, even if you're speaking to a very large enterprise. And the way you do that is by really figuring out what that mental conversation looks like, right? That's your buyer persona. That's what that buyer persona is for. So you need to figure things out like what social tasks are they trying to get done? What professional tasks are they trying to get done? What emotional tasks are they trying to get done? What does their life look like, really? And you need to, and this is crucially important because a lot of businesses make a buyer persona and then never use those elements in their copy and their messaging. You need to mix them in, because if you don't, if you say, yeah, this is the avatar that we're trying to reach and it's up on a wall and it's not in your messaging, then you're not resonating. So really blend that into your messaging. Make sure that there's a section, preferably at the top of your copy, that basically goes, okay, so this is you, right? These are the issues that you're facing. And don't just mention like the feature level issues. Go really deep into what's mentally bothering them or what they really, really desire. So blend that into your copy. And another tip that you can apply with this is to look at the specific situation that these people or the business that they work at are in right now, right? Because when a lot of businesses stop at the level of this is our broader industry that we're targeting, you can go deeper and ask yourself, is this a progressive or a more conservative company? Are they willing to innovate, or do they want to see proof first with other businesses? Are they growing or are they shrinking? Is it a startup? Is it a scale up? All those, have they recently partnered up with somebody, or have they recently had a shift in management, or has their team really expanded, or has it become more complex? Have they added a new product to their line? All those types of situational stuff can really help you understand what's going on in your customer's life and mind, which helps you align with that mental conversation. And messages that align with the mental conversation are about 1,000 times more effective than messages that don't, because those will just get ignored. So go deep into who your prospective buyer is and mix that into your copy.